The Mario Kart World Cup has been going over for 1 week now. The nation of Italy has been placed together with United States of America, Mexico and Australia. It is the only group of 4 teams, the other 2 are made of 5. We knew United States would have come in the top of our group, and the second spot would have been going either to Italy or Mexico. And indeed, it all came down to this one match. For this one war, we managed to show up with our strongest lineup, which included myself, Shitoryu, Ruka, Dugo, Brionac, Domenico and Plush. Mexico was also using a very good lineup, so we knew this would have been a very tough match. I've been pretty busy with exams in the last 2 months, so I didn't play as much as I could have, so my lines pretty much sucked. But I really trusted my mates in this, so we went on. We decided to begin with Big Blue, because our spots were very good, and Domenico was starting in second, and he actually holds the world record for this one track, so we thought this was a good idea. But nope, Domenico decides to vote random, because he is the only one that is not in the call with all of us in Skype, because he has very bad connection. So he actually was the only one playing Skypeless, and he did. The one track that was picked was his track, and it's a track Dragon Gateway, which is a track we all hate pretty much, because man, that track is bad online, it's really bad. Whatever. Let's get to the match. Okay, I was starting in first, clearly, because I was the host, since Domenico, as I said, has a bad connection, so an host that was in the vicinity of his would have been way better. We knew Mexico is a bit laggy, and so are we, to be honest. Moreover, our nations are pretty far away from each other. We begin with some bumping here, but it's the usual for this track indeed. I get a draft, and here comes my death. Yeah, the usual things, I guess. So we are pretty much all over the place. Domenico is in first but gets killed. We are all in the back. I get a crazy 80. Oh no, this was a green. My bad. Yeah, a green in last is not a very good item, to be honest. So I see 2 of them in front of me. I try to throw a green, but it's a fucking fail. One of us manages to drop a bomb. It kills 2 of them. That was pretty nice, I guess. So I get triple shrooms. I think, oh, I can do this. Oh yeah, this is not 200cc. Yeah, the last time I played this track, it was on 200cc. I haven't been playing this track on 150 since forever, because nobody ever picks it, since, as I said, it sucks. So Ruka gets a shock here, so I try to change my items, and I get a crazy 8. So I decide to backspam it, and Ruka says, okay, let's go with the shock. And here it comes, indeed. So we are still here. We have now some middle spots. Flash is there. I get triple nanas. Ruka is next to me, so I decide to go a bit wide after he luck bumped me. But a blooper is the fucking usual. I see 3 of them are behind me, so I drop my nanas. I get a single red. Flash gets destroyed by a red himself, but Raggy gets the same, and so it's the last item box. I get a freaking nana while everyone behind me got shrooms. So I got past at the end, but it was still, I think, a very decent race. Yeah, they got top spots, but they got also bottom ones, so I think this race was pretty much tight. I didn't go out exactly. So we needed a pick to get our middle spots in the top, so we decided to go with Cloud Top Cruise, which is a track we have been voting for a pretty long time now. And Dugo says, yeah, let's go Cloud Top Cruise. Oh! My finger slipped and he voted Yoshi's Circuit, which is another track we fucking hate, to be honest. yeah, predictions are open. What track is gonna be picked? Yeah, yeah, it's as you think. It's gonna be Yossi Circuit. As usual, people are waiting way too long for voting their track. Yeah, it's actually pretty boring. So the track gets picked and it's Yossi Circuit. Fuck, this track sucks. Yeah, the DLC one wasn't a very good one in my opinion. I mean, Road Circuit is fine. Excite Bike is actually funnier than it looked to be, but all the other tracks aren't very good in my opinion, and many other people think like that. So this race started, and we had to get in the top spots. As you can see, I get bumped, and I get bumped again. So we have now the bottom two spots. I best spam a green not to hit my friend Domenico. Some coins for some speed. Item box, it's triple shrooms, yeah, as I remember. So we on. I decide to keep these triple shrooms since the pack is pretty close. I think, I should cut with this. So I keep my items. In the while, Mexico is just dropping like flies. I don't really know the motive of it, but I'll take it. So another one of them died. I stuck there because I fucking hate this track. Now we have 2-3. They have first, which is pretty far away to be honest. I don't know if we can make it anymore to get first, to be honest, unless we get some nice items. Ruka is in 4th, if I remember correctly. So a blooper comes, I decide to use one of my shrooms to avoid fucking sleeping because of that thing. I keep my last one to get the cut. In the while, Flash is here, and I fuck up again. I'm in 2nd, Flash is in 3rd, Ruka is in 4th, I think, yeah. So this item box, oh, okay. It's gonna be triple greens. My mates are behind me, so I think, if I throw them away, I'm gonna hit them for sure. There's only one item box left, and it's not gonna be triple reds, it's way too close. Even if it was a single red, I wouldn't have been able to hit him since he had a protection, so I just ended the race like that. Ruka comes just behind me, and we get pretty decent spots, even if we don't really like this track, to be honest. So yeah, these were also good spots, and we decided, yeah, let's go for our friend Cloud Top Cruise. These are also good position for the track. Okay. Okay, that was nice. And indeed, we went Cloud Top Cruise. Na. I wish people voted faster, to be honest. So the next track. Yeah, it's not. Oh yeah, it's Cloud Top Cruise. Oh, this race was pretty dumb, to be honest. But you'll see now. Okay, a Mexican is starting first. We have good spots behind him, so this is actually the best spots to start on this track because the first gets kinda bumped at the beginning. So I managed to get the correct bounce, even if with a weird angle. But yeah, one of them gets it as well. I get the green, I think, yeah, let's go for it, and we get him. Yeah, because of lag, you have actually to predict where they're gonna be in a split second, because of lag. It's called both because of our connection, both of the distance, and pretty much everything. Meanwhile, Ruka drafted me before the boost pads, so he's now in first and I have second. I'm gonna try keep my distance from third. The guy in third gets a green, so I get my protection out, trying to keep myself safe from it. Oh, and here it comes, but yeah, random greens aren't random at all, so I get it. I see someone overtaking me and I think it's a Mexican. Luckily I don't hit him, that was pretty much lucky on my own and my fault. So now we have top 4 and Brio and Ruka are here in top and I'm confident in their driving skills. Brio seems like he's fallen down, but it's not actually like that because of lag. I told him, like in the last war against USA, don't go for it if there's a shock there, don't risk it. And luckily understood it. So I let Dugo pass me because he had triple reds after getting myself hit by triple reds. And it went well because I think he hit one of them. So now I'm in 7th with a single shroom. We have still the top of the race, like top 3 if I remember. Dugo is also in 5th, I am in 7th. These are good spots, in the while Domenico is struggling in the last spots if I remember. Yeah, the last GP was pretty bad for him, I don't really know what was happening. Both me and Dugo get stars, partly. So Mexicans decide to go wide. They still manage to overtake me. But this was definitely a very good race. Except for Mimo that kinda died. But we got 1, 2, 4. And we had very good spots on the overall. So under race to end this GP, we decided to go for DK Jungle since we had good spots and Ruka is very good at running it. Moreover, DK Jungle is one of those tracks where if you can get to the lead, it's actually very hard to come back from it, because the track is very skill based and there are way few places to use your shrooms to come back to it. So either you get a shock or a lot of red shells, blue shells, and it's pretty much the only way to come back. In the while, Mexico is voting for pretty much everything, and Sunshine Airport is the track that indeed got picked. There we go. So Domenico has a world record in this track as well. Yeah, he actually has 6 world records now, which is pretty big. He isn't as good online because of his connection. I think he doesn't play very much. I mean, Ruka is definitely our best player, and I think Brio and I can put some points together, and Dugo is by far our best team player, while Plush, I guess, is just our 6th, the Phantom 6th. Whatever, we started with good spots, I guess. Brio was in first, I managed to get second. I saw a green. Brio, be careful for the green. Oh, where are they? And okay, but no, greens are rating me. I don't know why I'm warning other people when I'm actually one getting it, but something happened pretty much everywhere. Shells flying. Brio is back here, something hit him, as usual I guess. So he got a red, I said wait to throw it, and you know how glider works in this game, and he actually hit Plush. That was a bad play. So now they have good spots, they actually have top 3, we have 4, 5. And we have to get back to it. I tried to throw a green to hit them, but I fail. In the while Brio is, I don't know, trying to get something. One of them failed, I got a shroom, I failed my Super Mini Turbo. If you are red, but he actually hit Ruka that was coming from behind. That was another bad play, Brio, bad play. A blue shell comes for them, is the first one we get. So Mexico shocks two of them and two of us. That was sure a weird choice. I didn't really understand it. But the people coming from the glider were advantaged because they got a glider and moreover the items. So Reggie came in first, he had triple shrooms in first, which is actually pretty big. And we were getting just pumped everywhere. I got a red, I didn't really know what to do with it, because all my team was next to me. That one was pretty scary, but nothing happened. So in the while, Dugo comes with a shroom, gets an item, and it appears on me, which also always fine, I guess. In the while, I read Mambo right on the glider. That is pretty bad. But he had a shroom, so he was just able to come back immediately to the race. I got triple shrooms, but the guy behind me got triple reds, which I knew it, so I saved my last shroom to come back for it. And Bamboo managed to eat the fucking green that was there on the conveyor belts. In the end, we managed to get some good spots, I guess. Yeah, there were definitely good spots. So we ended this GP with a difference of plus 38, which was pretty solid, I guess. We were happy with the beginning of this war, so we were pretty confident we could actually put on a fight for this war. In the while, Lucky to... yeah, nice try. Man, I don't need your compassion, fucking Lucky to... fucking dumb face. Whatever. Our team got pretty good spots on the overall rankings. So I cut up some of the footage here, because it was pretty useless. Okay, we started this second GP. Since we had good spots, but first we decided to go for Big Blue. Since the first one was Reggie, the biker, who managed to get first with his triple shrooms. Our goal would have been to snipe him out of first at the very beginning, since the first turn is a pain because of the random green shells, especially for the top spots, while everyone else of us should have been drafting each other at the beginning. Luckily, it was indeed a war track that was picked. So I was starting in the 8th place, yeah, 8th place, while we had very good spots behind first. I managed to fail my start because I was playing Mario Kart Wii before this, but whatever. I decided not to go for the coins there because it's a fucking clusterfuck. And we managed to be in top 4 now. I get a draft. We had good spots for the bean. This track is based on front running, except for that one item box before the cannon, which is freaking overpowered and very often gives a shock or bills or even triple shrooms or goldens in the middle spots because of some things that I'm not gonna explain. If you want, I can explain it in the comments. And here we are with Brio, who decides to get his Nana out, and I tell him, what the fuck are you doing, man? So he throws it away. I managed indeed to get triple shrooms, as I was saying, at this box, which was actually my hope. This part of the track has a very weird physics where ops just send you everywhere, so I used one of my shrooms to recover from one of my fails. While Brio gets triple wins, he managed to throw them away. I don't really know how the fuck he managed to do it, to be honest. So now we have very good spots. We have top 3, 4, 5. Ruka is actually behind me. So I decided to use my 2 shrooms, but avoid hopping at the end, because that could be some bumfest between us. So this was actually much better than we expected when we voted for this track, because it happened to be a top 6. This race pretty much gave us a big lead, because a top 6 is plus 40, which added to our previous top 38 is a top 78, which is fairly solid after 5 races. Since we had very good spots, we decided to go for DK Jungle, which is one of our best front run tracks. It's actually based very much on skills, because there aren't very many spots where to use the shrooms to come back to it, and this track is either decided from the skills of the racers, or the red shells and the blue shells, or the shock on the glider, which is actually pretty decent, because you need forever to land from a shock on the glider. But we get counterpicked from a Dolphin Shoals, which is actually a very good track for bottom spots, because on the straight after the very first turn it's very easy to get rafts from each other. So Ruka tells me, okay man, I'm gonna take a draft from you since you're in second and I'm in third. But I'm freaking stupid, so after starting too late the last race, I decide to start too soon this one. So I burn out. I decide to go for some coins since I really need them and nobody's picking them except for Dugo, which has a bit timing. But whatever, so we have bottom 3 at the moment because this begin wasn't very good for us. I decide to go for the ill strat even if I'm freaking bad at it, but the jellyfish just says no. So even if we have bottom spots, every one of us is getting wrecked by items, reds everywhere. So the only one of us that is actually on the top of the race is Domenico, who actually got a world record here some days ago. Another one. And I tried to snipe them with these nanas, but the range of these things in Mario Kart 8 is very short. It's pretty much garbage, to be honest. Whatever. So I hope to get some good items, and while I fail, I get a shroom, which is actually bad considering the distance from the first one. So it's just Domenico with 2 of them at the top. I get back spammed by Membu with some lag, and Ruka manages to bump me, so I hit another one of them. But whatever. So here comes the blooper. I use my star to cut, and from behind it's Dugo coming up. So this item box that is coming now was actually pretty random, because Blair got a shock but spammed it, and Dugo freaking dodged it, keeping up with the memes. Dugo dodge, and he thought probably it was too lucky, so it fell down. Yeah, good job Dugo. So now we have pretty bad spots, except for Domenico, who is in top. We are dropping like flies once again, just like lap 1. So we get some items, but they are definitely not enough to come back. And yeah, we got some bad spots. Domenico was the only one of us in the top. So Mexico managed to shorten our lead with this race. Since we had bad spots, we decided to go with a counter pick ourselves, which in our case happens to be Cheeseland. It's one of those tracks where it's actually very important to get shrooms or stars or even bills to get to cut those huge patches of sand. But it's also a much harder track than most people think, because it's actually possible to front run it, because it's very skill based. The gap in the time trials just shows it, to be honest. And while Mexico is going for Wario Stadium, which is a very front run skill based track, the bottom spots usually bump each other at the beginning, which is actually pretty bad, while the top spots they can manage to keep their lead if they don't do many mistakes, or if the other team is very good at this track, because as I say, this is a very skill based track. So Wario Stadium was indeed picked, which wasn't very good indeed for us. So the race started. Except for Mimo, we had bad spots, but we got a try anyway. So my rust shows here. I hit a wall, and I'm in the bottom spots. This is a clusterfuck, as worst stadium is always at the beginning. Bumps pretty much everywhere. I'm last, and I get nothing. So I get bumped again, and I hit a wall. So I'm pretty much all over the place. Here Reggie has an Ana. I tell Plush, man, don't hit that Ana. Be careful. But as usual, yeah, I warn people. It's useless because I'm actually the one getting it. So I get a star in last. It's not a very good item at this point. I avoid Dugo, who is it at the very end of the shortcut. And here I get the blue shell. The first blue shell we find, I'm pretty sure. And Leo is the one getting hit by it. So Dugo manages to get a blooper in last, which is, well, our usual luck, I guess. But whatever. I fuck up a bit, but I have my triple shrooms here. In the while, some Mexico players start dropping like flies, and the clusterfucks happens here. I don't really know what the fuck happened, but now we have the top 5, which is actually pretty nice, entering lap 3. So I get a shroom. People in front of me get triples, and I'm kinda jelly about it, but whatever. So another blooper comes, but I have a shroom, so it's not a problem. I get triple reds here, so I think, I can fuck up, it's no problem, because I can eat all of them, letting Dugo pass. So my pre's are just dropping like flies. With triple reds, I managed to hit 3 of them, securing our top 5. I'm gonna be overtaken, but it's no problem since a top 5 is definitely worth it. So in the end I get 9th because, yeah, I get a bit lagged, but whatever, things happen. Yeah, I think it was Chibi coming out of nowhere to get 6th place, but whatever. So now at this moment we have very good spots, and it's time to go with one of our front run tracks. And we've been trying it since forever, but we're going for Decay Jungle once again. So as usual, they're taking their time with the pick. I can see some counter picks among them, and Domenico is voting for fucking Sweet Canyon, which isn't a good track for starting spots at all. In the while, Chibi got disconnected during the last race. No, during the end of the last race, because Shy Guy replaced him. Shy Guy. And he's starting something like, 6th, which looked pretty awkward. Yeah, pretty awkward. Look at this Shy Guy. Whatever. So it's the final race of this GP, and they got the pick again with Royal Raceway, which is a pretty neutral track for starting for the starting spots. So some bumps here, some shells flying everywhere. I get bumped in the grass. So whatever. It's Royal Raceway. We can do it anyway. So this is one of those tracks where oh my god, there's triple reds. I was pretty scared. So I decided to use my shrooms because I want to flee from them. And Shy Guy, I think. Oh yeah, Shy Guy, be my mid shield. But nope, Red is following me in the grass. So Ruka just dies because of reds. Plush does as well. And Membu has none left. So blooper comes again. I get nothing. Membu has triple shrooms. So the blooper ends right in the turn, which is fucking awkward. So I actually ate the grass there. So except for Mimo, that is in first, top spots are from Mexico, all of them, and we are pretty much scattered everywhere, especially in the back because of those triple reds earlier. But Membu gets triple reds once again, man, stop getting these fucking triple reds. So I keep my distance. We have a shock now. I think, oh, we gotta use it before item boxes, so we can actually chain items. Brio in the wild gets one of the shrooms I dropped. Here I fuck up a lot, man. What the fuck am I doing here? But whatever, the shock was okay. Brionaka got a bill, which is, I don't know, it's not good because you can't chain the item in a good spot, but he keeps it. The first spots are actually pretty far away. They don't actually get shrooms. I chain my item, I get a single shroom. In the wild, they like boomerang themselves and then boomerang me. So Brio uses his bill and somehow he comes in third, which was pretty awkward. So in the end, oh no, he came in fourth because he was lagged, but whatever. So in the end, the race didn't go well, but it could be way worse if we didn't use that shock at the time, because yeah, probably the glider was way too late and it was too hard to hit them. And also Membu was keeping that red shell, which was a wall for us to overtake. So yeah, this GP went pretty well, with Domenico getting 57 points. He was lucky he was never hit, I think. I'm pretty sure he was never hit in the GP or something like that. Yeah, that GP was a plus 54, which made us get in the two GPs plus 92, which was very solid. Unless we did very badly, we were pretty much set to win the war. But it's Mario Kart, everything can still happen, so we had to keep our cool, keep going. So GP3 started, but Bowser's Castle was voted, but I get a disc error on the track, unfortunately. So since I was the host, the room just crashed and we had to start over the GP. Because when this happens, you have to wait for 30 seconds to let the opposing team enter first, usually. So we just waited for 30 seconds, except for Domenico, who if he doesn't get in the room in the first spots, he actually can get in the room, which is actually quite a pain, man. But whatever, they voted Electrodrome, and it was a good idea of them, because it's good for top spots except for first, because everyone can draft him. But I'm pretty dumb, and I fail a bit my start. I start way too late. What the fuck am I doing? So now they are pretty much in top spots, and yeah, I get bumped pretty much everywhere. Yeah, it's Electrodrome, it's the first round, it always happens. So now they have like top 4, which is actually pretty big. So I think, oh, Stack Parino time. And yeah, Mexico just dies. Except for Sushi, that is still there in first, but he feels alone, so he actually falls off. Whatever. So now we have top 3, if I remember correctly, or top 4 even. Yeah, it was me, Plush, and Ruka leading the group, while Brio came with the shrooms from the shortcut. So we had a nice top 4 at the moment. We had just to run, hoping not to get hit by red shells, blue shells, or shocks. So yeah, oh my god, this light sucks so much. I tell my friends to keep going, and yeah, Plush is actually pretty good at this track. I'm pretty rusty at it. I think I haven't done trial it since forever. And yeah, this track physics fucks me up a bit in that turn, but whatever, it's still fine. So we still with our lead. Domenico joined us. So now we have top 5 with Leo a little bit behind us. The blue pair, It sucks a bit, but it's not too much of a pain. So we keep going. I hit a wall like a fucking noob. But it's not too bad of a hit. I tell Ruka to draft me here and overtake me. But he almost bumps me down. So there plush, it actually hit that Nana. But it was not too bad of a thing. In the while, I see fucking Dugo getting triple shrooms in third and telling, what the fuck, man, stop lucking. So he actually gets first like that, fucking lucker. But Plush manages to get fourth, even falling because of that Nana. So as I said, it was actually not too bad of a thing, because neither me or Ruka hit it. So he fell off, but we didn't lose any points because of that. So it was really no big problem. So now Dugo is in first, which is pretty awkward. Yeah, Dugo, I'm talking to you. You're pretty awkward. So we have good spots. We're tying another time to go for DK jungles. Since Ruka is very good at it, he's starting in second. And I would actually be pretty decent at it as well, but as I said, it's a technical track and I'm rusty, so the rust really affects you when you pick really skill-based tracks. I mean, it's not a big problem when you pick tracks like Red Eye Ruins, for example, since it's based on the items for the most part. So finally our DK jungle gets picked. After most of the war we were picking it. In the while Sushi disconnected, and I kinda wonder if it was actually on Electrodome when he fell off in first or what. I don't really know, but whatever. So the goal is for Dugo letting us pass because we're better at the track, so he actually goes a bit wide. But I bump Ruka, I get bumped by Dugo, so it's a bump fest. I get bumped again, so my strat gets fucked up, so I go for the normal bounce, not the good one. In the while, Mexico is overtaking us, and they bump each other. I get a green, I think. Oh, prediction time, yeah, like wars like that, you have to predict where people are gonna be, so I just hit him. It was a bit of prediction, a bit of luck, I guess. So now we have good spots. I'm in second, and Dugo is behind me. And I think, I can pretty much not make too many mistakes on this track, I guess. And keep out my lead, but nope. No, I failed the trick. Yeah, man, I should really play this track more, I guess. We have still pretty decent spots. They are actually pretty close to Rugo, I think, here. But I'm still leading first, and now I have 10 coins, which is pretty nice on this track, since coins are monopolized from the first place, usually. But we haven't been hit by a blue shell yet. Actually, this war has been pretty awkward because there was only 2 shocks, if I remember correctly, and we only threw 1 blue shell. But first time I get in first, and blue shell is coming. But whatever, I think, does the Nana trick work with the Tiki? No, it doesn't work. But Dugo manages to hit Chibi. So now we have top 3 once again. Rio is in first with 2 shrooms. Fucking lucker. So we have decent spots at the moment. We have top 2 and 4, 5 if I remember correctly. Oh no, we have also 3. We have 3, not 4, 5, because Plush is behind me. And 4th gets triple reds once again. So I think the red was coming earlier, so I took the alternate path. So from first I went to 7th, but it was still a very good race for our team, so it was actually not a problem at all. In the while Ruka, the one that should have front run this track, he ended last. Good job, Ruka. It was your pick, man. Okay, we have for an advantage now that they can't come back anymore. It's mathematically set. We have won this war now. So we decided just to go with the tracks we pretty much like, every one of us. I decided to go for Air Circuit, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad of a track. People are voting pretty much everything. You see Ruka and Lugu going for our troll peak baby park, and I can't regret not voting for it, to be honest. So in the end, Brio, who is always asking for fucking new Bowser's Castle, yeah, the track finally gets picked. Yeah, Brio is actually pretty good at this track. He had worldwide top 10 for a certain period of time, so he can actually front run this track. And it's another one of those tracks where if you get in the top spots, it's actually pretty hard to come back, because the track is very tight, and it's not easy to overtake people at all. The build in the S turns are very good, because you have no sleep, you are not sleeping because of the terrain. So here we have some bumps, but it's not too much of a problem. I attempted another one of my prediction greens shells, but yeah, I hit him, so I didn't hit him. Yeah, that's how this game works with lag. It's pretty awkward. So now we have pretty good spots. Brio is in first. I get bumped down from Mimo, but it's also my fault, I guess, to be honest, because my lines were pretty weird. So I get a golden here. I use it pretty badly, and those lines. So a bomb explodes, but Tuko was too close to him, so he didn't actually hit him. I managed to get an item here, but I have no fucking idea what happens. Ruka gets hit by a bomb. I get bumped. Dugo gets hit as well. I hit him with a green. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but it was a clusterfuck. That was for sure. So I don't get hit by that bill. I don't even know how, but one of Mexico does from their own teammate. I guess they're in a disarray at the moment. So here is Mimo with his fucking piranha plant, but I managed to avoid him. I can use mushroom to cut some time. And here comes Blair with his connection, which wasn't too bad, to be honest, this time. So at this point I got triple shrooms. Oh, I avoided the Nana, but my lines got a bit fucked because of it. And Brio here back spam 3 greens, because he thought, oh, I don't want to eat Blash, I'm gonna back spam them, and hit me. But whatever, I am the mid shield. We have still some decent spots, I guess. Leo is there with shrooms. My lines are freaking dumb. Blush kinda dies at the end, but he still manages to get 6th place, I think. Yeah, it was still a decent race. In the while, Sushi came back to get the first spot with the wheel. Yeah, the wheel is pretty big. It's pretty good on this track. Yeah. That was a good choice to use the wheel there, I guess. So we go for the third pick, except for Domenico, who isn't in the call with us. As usual, fucking Mario Circuit, why are we voting that track? We're going for the third pick, man. But the third pick, is it gonna be happening? Well, they're taking their time as usual, even if the war is already decided. I don't know what they're doing. They're voting like random tracks with their mustaches. So in the end, the one track that was picked while waiting for this fucking room to start the track pick was Wario Goldsmine. This track is not good at all, to be honest. It's one of those tracks from DLC 1. I mean, they're not very fun online. I mean, it's more or less fine in time trial, except for that part at the end which has very awkward physics, and is kinda annoying. But yeah, I get bumped a bit, as usual. Bumps everywhere. Yeah, I'm not driving here. I'm getting like I don't know. I'm going with the flow of bumps or something. So I get a red. I don't know what to do with it because yeah, bets are in the way and whatever. So I'm in 11th. I keep my red because one of them is behind me. And I think let's throw it to Reggie, but nope, it crashes there. That was stupid of me, to be honest. So yeah, the fucking cart. I'm not good at this track at all, man. I can't play it at all anymore. So Reggie has a star here. I keep my distance because I know he's gonna use it, but no, he's not using it. So I just use my shrooms. Get my item. It's another triple shrooms. No, it's a red. My fault, my fault. So I draft Dugo. I use my Superman Turbo way too soon. So I want to ride one of them. They're both in front of me, but nope. Red is lagging and it's the poor Brionac. And a boomerang comes for me. Yeah, I think that was the first time no, whatever. Don't listen to me. I was saying bullshit. So I get triple shrooms once again. And another guy has a star here, and I don't know why the fuck are you using your star there? It makes no sense to use it here because yeah, it makes no sense. Whatever. I get triple shrooms once again. And I'm still in the bottom spots, trying to come back. And I managed to get an item. And to fail my SMT. Man, I'm so fucking rusty. I don't know what to say about it. I use my shroom pretty badly. I get some fire roping pretty badly. I use my triple shrooms pretty badly because I get star twice. In the wild bomb there, I didn't really understand anything. But we still managed to get some decent spots, so it was not too bad. In the wild, yeah, they got top 3, but it was not a problem at all, since that was the end of the war, and even this GP was pretty nice. We ended it with a difference of 44, if I remember correctly. Not bad at all, not bad at all. So yeah, this was our war against Mexico. I think we did pretty well as a team this one time. There weren't many episodes of team rape among us. Moreover, I think our luck wasn't... Yeah, it was actually pretty good, to be honest, this one time. I mean, we didn't get hit much at all. We didn't them too much either, but there weren't a lot of shocks or blue shells or triple red shells. Those are the ones that really kill us every fucking time. So I just say good game there. This is the table of the war at the end. And now we're on for quarterfinals. Yeah, Mexico and Australia have the last one match to play for the group, but it's actually not gonna change anything at all. We don't know yet who is our next foe for the quarterfinals, but it's actually gonna be a very tough team for sure. So we'll try our best. I don't think we'll be able to win. I mean, we are definitely not the favorite one to win the quarterfinal, but we'll still do our best. That's for sure. Thanks for watching.